This is another Monarch Snapshot video. Periodic Table App. Hello, I'm Jennifer Wenzel, a Technology Product Specialist here at APH. Today, I'd like to explore the features of the new Periodic Table app for the Monarch. So I am here at my Monarch main menu, and I'm going to use A to go to All Applications.
All Applications.
And I'm going to use Enter to select
Main menu All Apps. Braille Terminal.
This brings me to a list of all my apps, and now I'm going to use P, as in Periodic Table, to go to that app.
Periodic Table.
And now, again, I'm going to use Enter to select.
Periodic Table.
And when it first opens, there is this great screen that gives raised print and Braille that says Monarch Periodic Table. And I'm going to push Enter to open the actual table.
Periodic Table. Hydrogen. Atomic number 1. Atomic mass 1.008.
So as you heard, it gives information first about hydrogen, and there is a focus symbol, that little waffle focus symbol next to hydrogen that shows that's the element that is in focus. And the information that was spoken is also available in Braille at the bottom of the screen. The last line says hydrogen 1, mass 1.008. 1, of course, is the atomic number. And mine is displaying with Nemeth numbers. This is something that can be set in the settings. But you can also display with UEB numbers. And just a quick note, like anything else on the Monarch, you can reach a context menu here from the periodic table by using space plus M or by holding the recents key. So if you forget these commands, don't worry, you don't have to continue to watch me over and over. You can use that space plus M. But I'm going to show you a few things about this table. It's great because you get the layout of the periodic table with the element symbols. If you want to move your focus, you can use your left D-pad and use your arrows. So if I want to move my selection, my focus downward, I can use the down arrow.
Lithium. Atomic number 3. Atomic mass 6.940.
And if I want to move to the right, of course, I would use the right arrow. And left, I would use the left arrow. And up, of course, would work as well. If I want to go to the left edge of my table, well, actually, I better move right so I can do that.
Beryllium. Atomic number 4. Atomic mass 9.012.
So I use my right arrow to do that. Now, if I want to go to the left edge, I use space with 1, 2, 3, which is an L.
Lithium. Atomic number 3.
And that brings me to the
Atomic
left
mass
edge.
6.940.
And if I want to go to the right edge of this table, of this row, I use space with 4, 5, and 6.
Neon. Atomic number 10. Atomic mass 20.180.
And another way that I can select a certain element is I can skim here and find it in Braille. So I'm going to use PB. And I found that in Braille. And I'm going to point to the P in PB and use my point and click. So I'm going to double tap my action button.
Lead. Atomic number 82. Atomic mass 207.210.
But you might be asking, okay, that's great. You get the atomic mass and the atomic number. But what if I wanted more information about something like lead? Well, that is possible as well. So I'm going to use Enter to get more information. And this can be used with any element that is in focus. And you know the element is in focus with the little focus symbol or by checking the bottom line, and that will tell you what item is in focus on your screen. So I'm going to use Enter to get more information about lead.
Periodic table. Lead.
And so now I have 10 lines of Braille that are going to give me all kinds of great information. And this is because I have set it to give me all 10 lines. You'll get different information or different amounts of information if you have your lines differently spaced. But you'll still get all this information. You'll have access to all of this. So I have lead, symbol PB, atomic number 82, atomic mass 207.21, standard state solid, category post-transition metal, period 6, group 14, block P, and at the very bottom, add bookmark. So if I needed to get back to lead Often I could add a bookmark, and then from anywhere in the table, I could use space with B to go to the bookmarks menu to have lead come up again. Now, another way to find an element quickly and easily is by using the find command. So we're going to go back to the table here.
Periodic table.
And I forgot to mention that you can have that information spoken by moving through the lines arrow with the arrow or dot 4 plus space or dot 1 plus space. So you can have that information spoken. I just chose to read it. So now I want to find an element. So I'm going to use space with F, which is the find command.
Periodic table. Search by atomic number.
And this gives me a menu with choices. So the first one is search by atomic number. The next one is search by element name. And the last one is search by element symbol. So we'll use our arrows and go down to
search by element name. Search by element symbol.
Search by element symbol. And I'm going to use enter to open the edit box to search.
Edit box. Search.
And I'm going to use the symbol AU.
A-U. O. Periodic table. Gold.
And that, of course, popped up the element gold after I hit enter, and it gives me all the information about gold. And if I want to go back to search again, I can just use my back button.
Search. Edit box.
And I have the edit box for searching, or I can go back again.
Periodic
I have
table.
my menu for search.
Search by element symbol.
Choices, and back one more time.
Periodic table.
Brings me back to the periodic table again. This has been a Monarch Snapshot video from your friends at Humanware and APH.